Carol and Michael, welcome. Thanks so much for coming on the show tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So,
Thank you for having us.
Michael, let me start with you. What's your role actually in Connect to Recovery? Tell me what your title is, what your role is, and Carol, I'm going to be asking you the same question.
So I am the Outreach and Development Coordinator with Connect2Recovery, but at the moment I also do some recovery coaching for the program.
Great. And Carol, how about you? What's your role there?
I'm a recovery coach at Riverside Community Care, Connect2Recovery. And what we do is we take people where they are and we ask them what recovery looks like for them. And we treat it with an individual in mind. So they lead their recovery. You dictate to them what they do, do this, that, and the other thing.
Yes, I mean, and that is such a powerful way because it's so respectful. It's so respectful. So what does a recovery coach do, Carol? What do you do?
Well, basically, I have long-term recovery over 2 decades. So through my experience, I'm able to talk to people who are also addicted to substances. And so I tell them in different ways how to, get to their goals. Obviously their goals are to stop using opiates or other, or alcohol or cocaine, methamphetamine, whatever the substances are coming out now, a lot of different ones, fentanyl. And they come to us and they say, I want to stop this. How do I do it? And so we work together on where they are now and how we're going to get them there. So basically, I felt the feelings of the addict, an alcoholic, when I initially got sober and bottomed. So they relate to me insofar as the loneliness of the alcoholic and addict at 3 a.m, when all the drugs are gone, and that's the leaping off place, as they call it. And I got into this field because of the opiate crisis. I had already been sober many years, but then I saw Massachusetts being devoured by this crisis. And that's why I initially went to Riverside to work there, because I had been, taken in, if you will, by a lovely lady named Kimberly Fisher. And she told me about a program and all they were going to be doing for addicts and alcoholics and how they treated them so differently than I had seen over the past 2 decades. The respect, the lack of stigma involved with them. And I was just delighted because I could have worked anywhere, really.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Riverside because of that.
Yeah, I am truly thrilled and honored that you're here. And it is, I think people have to understand what it really means to have been in recovery for 2 decades. I mean, this is an enormous, enormous thing. And, one of the things that's interesting is the word recovery versus recovered. I don't know. Do you think anybody actually is recovered or always in recovery?
I sometimes will say recovered.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, once you're a pickle, you can't become a cucumber, as they say. The old timers used to say.
Keep that one in mind.
What? That's what you can't go back again. I don't know where I crossed the line, because I had a great time just drinking like my friends in high school, Marshfield High School. And then suddenly it turned on me. I grew up in Marshfield and graduated, so all the kids, I know the whole area. Actually, they crushed down that high school and they built a new one. So,
Get the new one. That's right. It's a beautiful new high school. That's right.
But it's recovered from loneliness, you could say, and heartache. And whatever they want to use, people want to use, is for me splitting hairs compared to how do we do this? Let's not, let's not dilly-dally with the language. Let's move on and say, how are we going to not die a nasty alcoholic or drug addicted death?
Yeah.
Usually I deal with that. Let's make that expedient and make that the primary purpose of what we're doing.